Hey everybody, this is Leo from the Department of Planning and Community Development. I'm going to show you how to export a address list from a multiple parcel selection instead of just one parcel. So you go into the planning viewer, normal. Then you're going to go up to your mailing label tool. So this is where you usually would select a parcel. So you'd select your point, your parcel, then you would do your buffer, 300 feet, address. In this case, for instance, we have a certain zoning or a certain area of parcels or a select list that we want to derive from. So we can do that several different ways. We can select the parcels individually, which I'll show you how to do that now. Or we can do a selection of a zoning area, then buffer around that. But for this exercise, since we'll just use this little example here of C1C. So we want to do a buffer around all of these parcels in the C1C because this is going to be. Let me just turn off some of this stuff. Okay. So we're going to go to the mailing label tool, and instead of, well, first we're going to click this enable multi-part graphics. So what that's going to enable us to do is to select several different parcels instead of just one, and that'll fix our query. So we're going to have this point feature selected, so you'll see now as I'm selecting these, I want this parcel, this parcel, this parcel. I think that's it. So then we hit search. Now we have our parcel selected. Now we can do the buffer around this whole area. Buffer. Parcel owner address. Well, first we want to apply the buffer, which is 300 feet. Then we want to select the parcels within that buffer, the physical address of these parcels, not the mailing address. I'm not sure which one. Sometimes you want to do the mailing address and sometimes you want to do the physical address. It'll be up to you. Then we click the intersected by this buffer, and it populates it. Export to CSV, and here's your CSV that you use to add to your mail merge. And you want to add this directly as this is exported, so you don't want to open it, change it up. You can change the name of it, so you can change it to zoning export. But you just want to load this into your mail merge as it sits right here. You don't want to open it up, save it as an Excel, do all that. You can do that after you've created your mail merge, because if you don't, it'll mess up the formatting. So it has to be a Microsoft Excel comma separated values file. There's one other way to do this. So for instance, if I wanted to do a quick way to select a bunch of parcels instead of doing them individually, I want to select this whole C1C zoning and all the parcels within it. In that case, I'm going to go to this enhanced search tool and we're going to be selecting a zoning district, not by value. We're going to be selecting it with a point feature. So here's the point feature, zoning district, and we'll even do multiple ones on this. So we can do this one, this one, this one. Hit search. Those are my zonings. Now we want to select the parcels within that zoning. So it's parcel physical address, and we want to do, this can get tricky sometimes since the zoning polygons are not exact. I'll just do intersected for now. So you see it caught some of these outside ones here, which is not ideal. It's not what we want, but what are we going to do? So then we can go ahead, apply a buffer distance of 300 feet of those, and then select parcel physical address intersected by the buffer. So there we just selected all the parcels within 3 different zonings, then we buffered those parcels of those 3 different zonings into a CSV file. And you can see this, the enhanced search tool has a different output, has a PIN number and a zip and a city and state. So you might need to go in here and clean up that field, or just don't include it in your mail merge. You should be able to just map these fields: owner, address, city, state, zip. Export to CSV. And that is pretty much it for multiple parcel selections.